Fuck Your Negative Thoughts, Overcoming Self-Sabotage and Cultivating a Positive Mindset. Written by Kyla Pearson. Published by Audiobook Nexus.
Focusing on mindset. In most self-help books, the emphasis is on help, but often overlooks the importance of the individual's self. They tend to promote positive thinking as some kind of ancient magic, but modern humans have lost touch with. The common advice floating around suggests that by asserting your happiness every morning, success will follow effortlessly. However, the real world doesn't work that way, and these guides fail to acknowledge that for ordinary people, maintaining positive thinking is incredibly challenging. It's not easy to look on the bright side when it seems like there is none. The state of the world itself presents countless reasons for negativity, such as the rise in depression, anxiety, and substance abuse among millennials, and the increasing challenges posed by climate change and global tensions. On a personal level, everyone faces struggles, whether it's job loss, grief, relationship breakdowns, or health issues. In the face of adversities, our natural instinct is to protect ourselves, hoping that the problems will disappear on their own. Unfortunately, ignoring the negative aspects or mindlessly repeating positive mantras won't bring true change. Revenge against the challenges won't solve anything either. Instead, the key lies in not letting negativity affect or define us. It's like taking a baseball bat and continuously fighting back against those difficulties. The process will be demanding and ongoing, but with practice, it becomes a part of who we are. Genuine removal of negativity from life is not entirely possible. The bad will always be present. The goal is to learn not to be swayed or changed by it. Imagine yourself as a negative person by default, but with determination, you can transform into a positive individual. The 7 steps outlined in this book serve as valuable ingredients for achieving positivity, but they won't be effective without addressing the underlying negative mindset, which is the crux of the matter. This is to draw an analogy. Consider a cake. Even if you have all the right ingredients, precise measurements, and culinary skills, the cake will fail if your oven doesn't work. Similarly, positive thinking alone won't bring about significant change if your mindset remains negative. So, the key is to focus on mindset first, and then employ the tools of positive thinking to create lasting self-improvement. A mindset refers to your core attitude, which significantly shapes your beliefs and actions. It's not your life or external circumstances that need changing, but rather, it's you who must change. Even if you appear physically healthy, disciplined, and optimistic on the surface, you may still find yourself feeling miserable every night. If you are seeking an effortless solution or a quick fix to ward off misfortune, this book may not be suitable for you, and it won't provide much assistance. You might want to postpone reading it until you genuinely believe in your ability to transform yourself. However, if you're utterly drained from your current emotional state and are genuinely committed to putting in the effort to become truly positive, rather than merely pretending to be positive, then get ready, because you're about to encounter the genuine magic of positivity, taking care of yourself. Imagine you are on an extended road trip, facing many hours, perhaps even days, on the road ahead. As you continue your journey, you notice that your car's fuel level is dropping. You spot a nearby gas station, but for some reason, you decide to ignore it and push your luck by driving further. Eventually, your car runs out of gas, leaving you stranded on the road. While you have options to deal with the situation, the fact remains that you put yourself in this predicament due to your irresponsibility in ignoring the gas gauge. Though this analogy may get the point across, it's unlikely because most people have the common sense to fill up their tanks when needed. Sadly, the same level of consideration is often lacking when it comes to maintaining oneself. A more fitting comparison would be with computers or other electronic devices we value. Simplifying their functioning, we have hardware, the physical components, and software, the operating system and applications. While we understand the difference between the two, we often forget that both are essential and one without the other renders the device useless. For instance, even if your computer's software is perfect, a broken monitor will prevent you from accessing it. Similarly, your body and mind share a close relationship. Physical and mental health are interconnected, and it's widely believed and observed that you can never truly be your best if one of these aspects is lacking. This is not to say that people with disabilities or psychological disorders can't be happy, but they often face more obstacles, leading to potential negativity. They may need to work harder to find the positive aspects that able-bodied and healthy individuals may take for granted. Regardless of your condition, Here's a crucial question. Why don't you take care of yourself? If you're inclined to deny this and claim that you do take care of yourself, it's worth considering whether you are genuinely living your best life, as seeking guidance on self-care indicates there might be room for improvement. Survival mode and the link between health and positivity. For most of us, life feels like a constant survival mode where we do what's necessary to keep ourselves alive and functioning. We eat, drink, and sleep when we can. But the moment something demands more from us, like work or even binge watching a series, our self-care tends to suffer. We wonder why we can't see the brighter side when we wake up feeling terrible, experiencing emotional outbursts due to hunger, or feeling the physical toll of sleep deprivation. It's essential to understand that you are a unique individual, and if your physical well-being is compromised, it directly affects your mental and emotional state. Therefore, the first and most crucial step towards positivity is improving your health. Taking care of yourself is vital for feeling good, both mentally and physically. Science can help us comprehend the link between physical health and happiness. Every experience we have triggers chemical reactions in our brains. Love, for instance, involves a mix of cortisol, the stress hormone, and dopamine, the happy chemical. The initial stages of falling in love bring anxiety, while dopamine induces feelings of euphoria and reward. Oxytocin, the love hormone, contributes to satisfaction and bonding. These changes in brain chemistry reduce negativity, explaining why people in love feel insufferably happy. This principle applies to all things that make us feel good. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins play crucial roles in happiness and pleasure. By producing sufficient amounts of these chemicals, you can become a more positive person. How can you achieve this? The answer lies in taking care of yourself through exercise, a balanced diet, enjoying life, practicing meditation, and getting enough quality sleep. These actions enhance your body's ability to produce and release the happy chemicals. On the other hand, unhealthy habits can suppress these positive chemicals. An animal study showed that rats overreacted with junk food experienced a reduction in dopamine receptors, leading them to crave more unhealthy food to feel good. This pattern is akin to addiction, where you need increasing amounts of the bad stuff to feel even minor satisfaction. Writing in conclusion, maintaining good physical health is closely tied to your mental and emotional well-being. Taking care of yourself through positive habits can boost your happiness and overall positivity, while neglecting your health can have detrimental effects. Embracing a healthy lifestyle is an essential step towards a more positive outlook on life. Balancing your body and mind for positivity. A deficiency of dopamine and other happy chemicals can lead to a range of distressing symptoms, affecting both the body and the physical issues such as muscle pain, loss of appetite, weight changes, balance problems, and vulnerability to pneumonia can be accompanied by psychological effects like mood swings, hopelessness, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, delusions, hallucinations, and a loss of self-awareness and self-esteem. Clearly, a healthy body plays a vital role in maintaining a healthy mind. On the other hand, excessive production of these happy chemicals can also have negative consequences on health and behavior. An abundance of dopamine, for instance, may lead to recklessness, increased aggression, reduced empathy, and susceptibility to disorders like OCD, schizophrenia, mania, and addiction. To foster a positive attitude, it is essential to strike a balance and maintain adequate levels of these chemicals in your body. While fluctuations are natural, it's crucial not to leave your mood, perspective, self-esteem, or mindset to chance. Taking care of yourself and maintaining this balance will significantly impact your outlook on life. Just like a car needs regular maintenance when it doesn't feel right during a drive, your body requires care too. When something feels off persistently, it's your responsibility to address it. Feeling down occasionally is normal, but if it becomes persistent, there might be an underlying issue that needs attention. Various factors can contribute to deficiencies in happy chemicals, including poor nutrition, lack of exercise, stress, inadequate sleep, excessive alcohol, drug use including caffeine, and smoking. Additionally, pre-existing neurological disorders, medical problems like thyroid issues or obesity, and the side effects of medications could also be at play. Hormonal changes, such as those during puberty, menopause, pregnancy, or sexual transitions, can also affect the production of these chemicals. In conclusion, maintaining a balance in your body and mind is essential for fostering positivity. Addressing deficiencies and taking care of yourself through healthy habits will greatly contribute to an improved outlook on life. Taking control and embracing positivity among the factors affecting our lives. Some are beyond our control, but the majority can be managed. If you find yourself relating to the factors you can control, but still neglecting them, it might be due to laziness. While we all have a touch of laziness, there's a difference between taking a day off and completely neglecting ourselves. If your outlook on life is bleak, it might be because you're not putting in the effort to lead a wholesome life. However, this isn't entirely your fault. Humans tend to seek convenience. To improve yourself and foster positivity, two crucial steps need to be taken. First, you must say no to harmful things, and second, you must actively work on things that benefit you, even though it won't be easy. Successful and positive people share similar habits, lifestyles, and a powerful mindset that propels them forward even in tough times. They focus on planning ahead and achieving results, rather than being confined by present circumstances. For instance, exercise might be difficult due to various challenges such as time constraints, expense, insecurity, or slow progress. These circumstances may lead you to give up. However, positivity is about seeing beyond the challenges and staying committed. It's about being proud of your efforts, reminding yourself of the long-term goals, and allowing yourself both rest and motivation to push forward when needed. Positivity is a commitment to yourself, your health, your appearance, and the resolve to stay resilient in difficult times. Positive people don't have it easier. They just manage their self-doubt better. A notable example is the founders of Airbnb, Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, who were driven to innovate out of desperation when they couldn't pay their rent. Instead of succumbing to their problem, they found a solution and turned their apartment and air mattress into a successful business. In conclusion, taking control of the factors within our reach and embracing positivity are essential for personal growth and happiness. It's about being committed to bettering yourself and overcoming challenges. Positivity allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles and pushes you forward towards your goals, no matter how tough the journey may be. Can you imagine if those individuals weren't filled with doubt, stress, fear, and negative thoughts when they came up with the idea of renting out a blow-up mattress to travelers? At times, they even questioned whether it was the stupidest idea ever conceived by a human. They lost faith in their concept and temporarily shelved it, worried about the competition in an oversaturated market. However, their concerns were more about their immediate financial needs, such as paying the rent in 3 weeks. Now, Airbnb stands as a multi-billion-dollar company, but the billions of dollars were not their initial goal. Their primary focus was paying their rent. By staying positive and persevering, they not only succeeded in achieving their goal, but also changed the world. With their success, they no longer have to worry about rent payments. So, how can you commit to positivity? Even if you're not facing a desperate situation that requires innovation, you can still pledge to kick negativity to the curb and strive for a good life. While you might not become a billionaire, taking care of your body and promoting a healthy and positive mindset will greatly enhance your well-being. Here are some non-negotiable things to include on your to-do list to achieve this goal. Taking charge of your well-being. Maintaining a positive attitude requires actively balancing and regulating the levels of beneficial chemicals in your body. While fluctuations are natural, it's essential not to use this variability as an excuse to leave your mood, perspective, self-esteem, or mindset to chance. Neglecting your well-being is akin to waking up and deciding to be sad, off, depressed, or negative. Although we may not have complete control over our biological processes, we do have a say in how we take care of ourselves. Let's start with step. Fixing yourself. Consider the car analogy. When something feels off while driving, your immediate instinct is to identify the problem and take the necessary steps to correct it. You do this because driving a faulty car can lead to hazardous situations, and ignoring warning signs can cause severe problems. Just as you would take your car to a mechanic for servicing, your body also requires maintenance, which may vary depending on your current condition. Feeling groggy, tired, stressed, or under the weather occasionally is normal, and it's essential not to beat yourself up for feeling down at times. However, if you find yourself persistently down, something may be amiss, and it becomes your responsibility to address and fix it. Identifying the underlying causes of deficiencies in happy chemicals is crucial. Factors such as poor nutrition, lack of exercise, stress, inadequate sleep, excessive alcohol or drug use, including caffeine, smoking, pre-existing neurological disorders, medical issues like thyroid trouble or obesity, and hormonal changes can all contribute to insufficient levels of dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. Of the factors affecting your well-being, some may be beyond your control, but the majority can be managed. If you can relate to the factors within your control, the reason you don't address them is likely due to a touch of laziness. I don't say this to be unkind. We all have moments of laziness. However, there's a difference between taking a day off and neglecting your overall well-being. If your outlook on life is bleak, it may be because you haven't made an effort to live a wholesome life. This isn't entirely your fault. We, as humans, tend to seek convenience. To improve yourself, you'll need to do two essential things. Learn to say no to harmful influences and work on fostering the good ones. Though it may not always be fun, taking charge of your well-being is a crucial step towards positivity and personal growth. The habits of happy people. You might find some familiarity in what I'm about to share, but it's crucial to reiterate this advice to ensure you grasp its truth and significance. Successful and positive individuals possess similar habits, lead comparable lifestyles, and share a powerful mindset that propels them forward even during challenging times. Their success isn't merely due to luck or circumstances. They plan ahead and focus on achieving their desired results. While it's easy for people to suggest getting more exercise for happiness and health, the reality is that exercise can be difficult, time-consuming, boring, and even expensive if you need to join a gym. Insecurities, slow progress, and external judgments can also make it challenging to stay on track and lead some to give up. However, positive thinking presents a different perspective. It involves acknowledging that there will always be critics, but feeling proud of yourself for taking courageous actions, regardless of others' opinions. Positivity means recognizing the value of your efforts and understanding that progress takes time. It's about finding balance, knowing when to rest and when to push yourself, even for just 10 minutes a day. Positivity requires knowing what you want and choosing to pursue it, despite the negative thoughts that might arise during difficult times. In essence, positivity is a commitment to yourself, your well-being, your appearance, or even to maintain a positive outlook during challenging moments. Positive people don't necessarily have it easier than others, but they excel at ignoring self-doubt and persistently pursue their goals. Still skeptical? Let me share an inspiring example. Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, the founders of Airbnb, faced doubt, stress, and fear when they came up with the idea of renting an air mattress to travelers. They even considered shelving the idea due to competition and oversaturation in the market. However, they didn't allow the negativity to dominate their minds. Instead, they focused on finding a solution. By listing their apartment as budget accommodation, they seized the opportunity, which eventually led to the colossal success of Airbnb. Now, you might not be in a desperate situation like they were, but you can commit to positivity by rejecting negativity and striving for a good life. While becoming a billionaire might not be the end goal, you can achieve a healthy body and, consequently, increase your chances of maintaining a positive mindset. The following are some essential steps you should include in your to-do list, with no excuses to hold you back. Embrace physical activity. I understand your reluctance to subject yourself to physical pain just to feel good. I share the sentiment. Writing books and helping people should be fulfilling enough on their own. Right? However, let's acknowledge that exercise genuinely benefits both our physical and mental well-being. Our bodies are incredible creations, intricately designed to function as a seamless unit. Even the parts we once believed had no purpose, like the appendix, have been found to play crucial roles in supporting our overall health. Our brains may be the control center, but it's a two-way communication system. Keeping your body in top shape contributes to improved mood and outlook. When you're healthy, your body operates at its prime, and even a common cold can disrupt your day. Just as you maintain your computer or car to run efficiently, taking care of yourself is the best service you can provide your body. It will repay you by functioning optimally for as long as you take care of it. Beyond physical health, there's a profound impact on mental health as well. Exercise is a powerful trigger for the release of endorphins, the happy chemicals we discussed earlier. It's so effective that exercise is considered a legitimate method for combating depression. But it doesn't stop there. Studies have shown that exercise also boosts the production of dopamine and serotonin, which significantly influence your mood. Additionally, it is likely to stimulate oxytocin production, further enhancing your emotional well-being. Moreover, exercise reduces stress hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol, which are associated with anxiety and feelings of overwhelm. Understanding the impact of exercise on the production of all these significant happy chemicals and the reduction of harmful hormones should not be underestimated. While every aspect we've discussed is vital for self-improvement, exercise stands in a league of its own due to its undeniable benefits. Nourish your body. Similar to exercise, there are multiple compelling reasons to commit to a healthy and balanced diet. Food is essentially fuel for our bodies, and running low on it can result in grumpiness, what the kids nowadays call hangry. This reaction is scientifically valid since when you don't eat enough, your body interprets it as a threat to survival, leading to aggression responses. Being hangry might seem amusing, but it's a genuine concern that affects your mood and behavior. If you've noticed dramatic changes in your mood or increased irritability, a simple solution could be to ensure you're eating enough. Additionally, the impact of eating on our happy chemicals cannot be overlooked. Eating releases endorphins, and while junk food like pizza triggers pleasure responses, healthy food, such as a nutritional drink, releases more endorphins without the pleasurable experience. Therefore, eating does contribute to our happiness, and while indulging in treats can be enjoyable, a diet focused on healthy foods can provide more lasting benefits for our mood over time. A balanced diet is not only beneficial for mental health but also essential for maintaining overall well-being. While there are many diet trends and philosophies out there, the key components of nutrition remain consistent: carbohydrates, good fats, and protein. These elements serve as the building blocks of our bodies and provide us with essential energy. The challenge lies in finding the right balance and nutritional intake that suits your unique needs and preferences. One potential approach to consider is the If It Fits Your Macros IFIM diet plan. It allows you to eat a variety of foods, including occasional treats, as long as you adhere to your recommended daily intake of macronutrients based on your age and demand. However, it's essential to consult with a physician before embarking on any diet plan to ensure it aligns with your health goals and requirements. Ultimately, the goal is to nourish your body with a diet that supports both your physical and mental well-being. A well-rounded approach that emphasizes balanced nutrition and personalized preferences can be a promising step towards achieving this goal and improving your relationship with food. Prioritize sleep. It's become a trend on social media to joke about serotonin and its relation to sleep, but the reality is that serotonin doesn't directly provide sleep. Rather, it enables it. When you struggle with insomnia or experience grogginess due to poor sleep quality, the lack of serotonin is likely the root cause, not the effect. Serotonin plays a vital role in producing melatonin, which is the true sleep hormone. Everything is interconnected. Exercise boosts serotonin production, leading to improved melatonin production, which ultimately enhances your sleep quality. And this cycle has far-reaching impacts on your mood, mental health, and overall well-being. Various studies have highlighted the detrimental effects of insufficient sleep on mental health. It can increase anxiety and depression due to heightened stress hormone production and hinder memory retention. Moreover, lack of sleep is associated with numerous health risks, such as impaired cognitive ability and an increased vulnerability to cardiovascular issues and diabetes. While the quantity of sleep matters, there's growing evidence that sleep quality is equally, if not more, critical in regulating mood. Poor sleep can leave you feeling tired and irritable, even if you manage to get the recommended 8 hours of sleep. Quality rest is essential for allowing your body to recuperate and replenish its energy reserves. Sleep deprivation is strongly linked to mood disorders and can lead to irritability, anger, depression, anxiety, and other emotional instabilities. So, if you find yourself feeling negative or experiencing mood swings, consider the quality of your sleep. Prioritizing good rest can significantly impact your overall mood and well-being. Find tranquility within meditation, a practice that confronts us daily, often goes unnoticed as we drown in the chaos of life. We frequently complain about the noise, stress, and lack of relaxation time, yet fail to consider why we haven't embraced meditation seriously until now. This profound practice involves focusing and training the mind to achieve a state of calm and inner peace. While some may perceive it as mystical or overly artistic, numerous scientific studies validate its tangible benefits. Research has revealed that meditation increases dopamine levels, which contribute to the sense of calm and happiness experienced during the practice. Moreover, it has been theorized and supported by strong evidence that meditation leads to spikes in endorphin production, intensifying the positive emotions associated with a tranquil mind. What's truly fascinating is that science demonstrates meditation's capacity to rewire the brain, making individuals inherently happier. Terenin 2013. Combined with the positive impacts of a well-balanced diet, quality sleep, and regular exercise, meditation becomes a powerful tool for cultivating a more optimistic outlook on life. If you struggle to shift your mindset, meditations might just be the ideal starting point. Embrace this ancient practice, and you might discover that the hippies were onto something after all. Recognize when to let go. Let's delve into common sense once again. It's time to confront some of your bad habits and bid them farewell. While it's impossible to address every vice, let's focus on those related to health. Smoking is an obvious example. It not only harms your lungs but also damages the environment. It's an expensive, unhealthy, and unpleasant habit. However, telling a smoker about the risks often falls on deaf ears, as cigarettes manipulate dopamine receptors, creating a false sense of happiness and eventual addiction. What many smokers fail to realize is that their habit could contribute to or perpetuate depression. Coy, 2012. Substance abuse disrupts your brain chemistry, drugs, and the brain. 2018. While drugs and other substances may initially activate your brain's receptors, similarly to natural processes, they eventually cause abnormal changes and damage neural communication over time. Moderate alcohol consumption isn't a problem, but excessive drinking can be harmful. Some substances, like alcohol, can alter your personality and reasoning. You might become more aggressive, emotional, or even experience depression and despondency. Getting rid of these detrimental habits is essential to enable your brain to focus on the positive aspects of life. Quitting smoking, reducing alcohol consumption, controlling food addictions, or overcoming nervous behaviors like nail biting or teeth grinding can significantly impact your outlook on life. While we often use these habits as crutches, they ultimately weigh us down. Taking steps to improve yourself will pay off in the long run. Sometimes, the first step is acknowledging the areas that need improvement and then working towards change. You'll feel physically better and develop a stronger self-liking when your mind is clear and your body isn't burdened by dependencies on harmful substances. Strategies for self-improvement. As I mentioned earlier, adopting each of these practices, exercising, eating well, getting adequate sleep, calming your mind, making time for yourself, and letting go of unhealthy habits is easier said than done. While they may appear simple in theory, implementing them requires significant changes to your lifestyle, routine, and behavior. Streamlining these changes will undoubtedly be challenging, and anyone claiming otherwise is not being truthful. However, despite the difficulties, the results and positivity that arise from these changes are worth the commitment. Nevertheless, not everyone finds it easy to decide to transform their lives. Often, resolutions prove to be all talk and no action. While I cannot ensure you stay on track with your plans, I can offer some tricks that may help you help yourself. Each of these tricks is straightforward to adopt, cost-free, and requires minimal time. You can choose the ones that resonate with you and experiment to create a system that suits your preferences. Progress diaries. Writing may not be for everyone, so if you don't enjoy it, you can skip this. However, keeping some form of journal, log, or record of your efforts can do wonders for your mindset. It helps clear and organize your thoughts, providing therapeutic benefits. Describing your thoughts or activities for later reflection aids in analyzing your efforts, identifying issues, and finding more effective solutions. Additionally, it serves as a reminder of your motivation and goals. Over time, you'll be able to see your progress at a glance, which can be both satisfying and encouraging, even if your desired results are not yet achieved. It also becomes tangible proof that you're making an effort, and sometimes that's all you need. Bullet journals and creative planners. For those who want to keep track of their progress but prefer a more concise approach than writing lengthy entries, bullet journals are ideal. These planners are designed to be efficient and effective checklists. While the primary purpose is to track tasks, there's a whole community that approaches bullet journaling creatively. You can create various spreads for anything you can imagine, such as motivational quotes or progress bars to fill in. These journals help with organization and scheduling, ensuring you stay on track with your time-consuming commitments and eliminating excuses and procrastination. They can be enjoyable to use and provide an endorphin boost, positive reinforcement, and rewards. Fight negativity with positivity. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small, even if it feels forced or insincere at first. Over time, this practice will become a habit, leading to more self-kindness and self-encouragement. Remember Pavlov and his dogs. Conditioning yourself to associate positive responses with your efforts can be effective. When a negative thought arises, counter it with something positive. Gradually, your negativity may transform into an automatic positive. If needed, incentivize yourself with treats or rewards for reaching milestones and sticking to your plan. And establish clear objectives. Remember that when it comes to self-improvement, you are not simply living in the present. You are striving for something more. However, being human, you may occasionally forget your purpose. To combat this, it's essential to define your goals precisely. Write them down, create a vision board, or find any way that works for you. Having tangible evidence of your aspirations will serve as motivation during moments of doubt. This connects closely with journaling, but it can be adapted to suit your preferences. Feel free to build on your goals as you progress. Share your goals with others. Letting people know about your aspirations will naturally boost your motivation to succeed, as no one wants to fail publicly. Although it might be intimidating to face potential judgment, choose your audience wisely. Find someone or a group of people who will hold you accountable for your commitments. This could be a gym buddy, a family member, or even your online followers and friends. When you know you have to answer to someone, it becomes harder to give up. Constructive criticism from your chosen accountability partner can also be valuable. Seek mentorship. There's no shame in seeking help, and there are experts out there willing to guide you on your journey. You can opt for a life coach or personal trainer, or you might find motivation in podcasts or social media groups. Many online communities exist to inspire and support individuals seeking self-improvement. Utilize technology such as meditation apps or calorie tracking tools to assist you in your progress. Your smartphone can serve as your diary schedule and means of connecting with others for support and accountability. Force yourself. If all else fails, push yourself into action. Sometimes you need to take the initiative and force yourself to start. For instance, if you want to begin jogging, get up and jog. Similarly, waking up early, exercising, meditating, or adopting healthier eating habits require self-discipline. Willpower is a potent force, and while it may need honing, you must use it to develop it further. Push through challenges, but be cautious not to overexert yourself. Sometimes, determination is all you need to make progress. Valuable insight. The presence of positivity and happiness in your life is influenced by chemical processes that can be impacted by your lifestyle. In contrast, negativity often arises from unhealthy habits. To initiate a positive change and enhance your mindset, it is essential to make a conscious decision to reset your life. While the journey might be challenging, the rewards will undoubtedly be worth it. To embark on a journey of self-improvement, prioritize self-care and leave behind bad and unhealthy habits. Embrace expert advice that emphasizes the significance of wholesome meals, quality rest, regular exercise, and personal time. Concentrate on your goals rather than your current circumstances to start the process of enhancing your overall health and mindset. Putting an end to bullying behavior. Have you ever come across the saying, if everyone around you is an asshole, you're the asshole? It can be interpreted in various ways, but I see it as a reminder to monitor our own mood and attitude. When we fail to manage ourselves, we might become easily irritated and take out our frustrations on innocent people. Road rage is a prominent example of this, where minor annoyances escalate into dangerous confrontations. The root of this behavior lies in our mindset, as we often want others to perceive us positively, leading to a denial of our own faults. This mindset of denying our mistakes, even when they are insignificant, can manifest in various aspects of our lives. It might make us overly harsh on ourselves and blame external factors for our negativity instead of addressing our own inefficiencies. We are quick to shift the blame to others, thereby avoiding personal responsibility. But let's look at the brighter side. Acknowledging our flaws is a sign of strength and is crucial for genuine apologies and personal growth. Accepting our imperfections is essential for learning to like ourselves and building a positive mindset. However, we must be cautious not to exaggerate our shortcomings and fall into the trap of self-bullying, which can lead to a spiral of negativity. It's time to put a stop to this self-destructive behavior. In the following chapters, I will guide you on how to learn to appreciate and respect yourself. By embracing self-acceptance, your mindset will gradually shift towards positivity, and you'll start rooting for yourself in every aspect of life. The mystery of self-esteem. The concept of self-esteem is a puzzling one. While its exact purpose and origin remain elusive, some believe it serves as a catalyst for self-preservation. Why self-esteem is important and its dimensions. 2015. Essentially, self-esteem reflects our perception of our own value. When we have high self-esteem, we tend to avoid destructive behaviors and treat ourselves with more respect, exhibiting positive traits. However, a significant challenge arises. Our self-esteem is heavily influenced by the opinions of those around us. It's not merely a matter of deciding to value ourselves. External judgments impact our self-perception significantly. An intriguing study employed MRI scanning to observe changes in neural signals associated with self-perception. Subjects uploaded their profiles to a database and received ratings from supposed strangers using thumbs up or thumbs down like on social media. Remarkably, the participants' confidence took a hit when they didn't receive approval, and it plummeted even more when they expected to be liked, but weren't. Esteem mapped in the human brain. 2017. This phenomenon seems to align with the theory that we fiercely protect our public image, even when we're in the wrong, suggesting there's no winning in our self-perception. The reasons for why we hate ourselves and develop low self-esteem are multifaceted, ranging from past negative experiences to mental health issues or trauma. The psychology behind this phenomenon is complex, and it's challenging to pinpoint a single cause due to the abundance of variables. One prevalent theory in psychology posits that our strong connection to self-esteem is rooted in our primitive survival instincts. Early humans relied on strength in numbers for survival. Those who weren't accepted or liked by the group faced abandonment, as they were perceived as slowing down the rest or wasting resources. Formica, 2014. Today, we still grapple with the fear of rejection and exclusion, which impacts our self-worth. It's as if we've become our own primary predators, driven to prove our worth to avoid isolation in our social world. However, the truth is that we are not primitive beings anymore, and our survival doesn't depend on seeking constant validation from others. The opinions of others shouldn't dictate our self-worth. While it may not feel pleasant to be unreciprocated or undervalued by others, our self-worth should primarily stem from within. You have the power to determine your own value, regardless of what others may think. Embrace your awesomeness. I have some fantastic news for you. You are truly awesome, even more so than you may realize. If low self-esteem has been pulling you down, it's time to put an end to it. The negative beliefs you hold about yourself are false, and I'll show you how science supports this. Let's talk about the beautiful mess effect, which sheds light on why we tend to admire traits in others that we criticize in ourselves. In a study, participants were asked to imagine vulnerable situations either for themselves or others. They rated their own vulnerability much more negatively than that of others. The beautiful mess effect. Other people view our vulnerability more positively than we do. 2018. This suggests that our self-esteem is influenced by how we assume others perceive us. However, there's more to consider. Enter the spotlight effect. It makes us believe that people notice and judge us more than they actually do. We tend to magnify our flaws and insecurities, assuming they are easily noticeable to others. But in reality, people are too focused on their own concerns to pay such close attention to ours. Heflick, 2011. Now, you might think this means you're insignificant to those around you, but that's not the case. It's just a natural aspect of being human. We each experience the world through our own lens. However, the reality is that people are generally too preoccupied with their own lives to dwell on minor imperfections in others. Of course, there may be mean-spirited individuals who criticize you for superficial reasons, but they are the exception, not the norm. Numerous psychological studies confirm this. Such people are simply bullies, and you must stop being one to yourself. In truth, you are way cooler, prettier, or more admirable than you give yourself credit for. Most of your insecurities are unjustified, and it's time to stop inflating them in your mind. Fear often drives these negative thoughts, but you must remember that the saber-tooths you fear don't exist. They are merely figments of your imagination. The only opinion that truly matters is your own. If you tell yourself you are worthy and embrace your awesomeness, your self-esteem will improve. Treat yourself with the same compassion and kindness you extend to others. Developing your sense of confidence is the first step toward breaking free from low self-esteem and negativity. The power of confidence and self-esteem are not the same. Confidence, particularly self-confidence, refers to the belief in your own abilities, while self-esteem is a broader evaluation of yourself, independent of those abilities. It's essential to understand that individuals can be confident without necessarily having high self-esteem. A perfect example is seen with celebrities who may exude confidence on stage but privately struggle with self-deprecation, eating disorders, body dysmorphia, or even feelings of worthlessness leading to self-destructive behaviors. Building confidence won't automatically make you like yourself more, but it's a crucial step forward in the journey of self-discovery and self-acceptance. The good news is that increasing confidence can also positively impact self-esteem. The steps you take to boost your confidence will naturally influence your sense of self-worth. Let's explore the immense impact a little confidence can have. Many famous figures such as Oprah Winfrey, John Lennon, Angelina Jolie, and Marilyn Monroe faced self-esteem issues before they achieved greatness. Despite their inner struggles, they believed in themselves and their talents. Their confidence propelled them to become legendary figures who left a profound impact on the world. Just imagine if they had let negative self-talk hold them back. The course of history might have been entirely different. Another inspiring example comes from J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections before achieving literary success. She received rejection letters from 12 different publishing houses for her book idea. Despite this setback, she maintained her self-belief and determination, eventually leading to the creation of the beloved Harry Potter series. Today, Rowling stands as one of the most influential authors of our time, with her books having sold millions of copies worldwide and inspiring countless imaginations. Confidence is a force that fuels achievements and propels individuals to embrace their unique potential. It empowers you to persist despite obstacles and criticism, enabling you to reach new heights in both personal and professional spheres. So, cultivate your confidence and with it, embrace the power to transform your life and leave an indelible mark on the world. The power of belief. That, my friend, is what happens when you believe in yourself and ignore the negative voices of those who undermine your efforts. It's about showing them who's in charge. However, what if you lack confidence? Well, fear not, as there are several steps you can take to cultivate and grow your confidence. Start by taking care of yourself. Feeling good about yourself starts with personal care. If you take pride in your appearance and personal hygiene, it boosts your confidence and reduces the fear of being judged by others. Taking care of yourself means you'll be ready to seize unexpected opportunities and embrace life without hesitation. Customize your space. Your environment reflects who you are, and keeping it tidy and organized sends a positive message to others and yourself. Maintaining a clean and organized space instills a sense of respect, not just from others, but also from yourself. Explore new skills and talents. Engaging in new activities or honing existing skills can significantly boost your confidence. Celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small, and share your talents with others. Embrace the feeling of importance and accomplishment that comes with aiming to tarry, and start with small victories. Don't be afraid to try new things, but begin with tasks that are easier to achieve. Small victories build confidence and provide a sense of achievement that propels you forward. Avoid negative triggers. Identify the situations or people that bring you down and avoid them whenever possible. Managing or overcoming triggers is crucial for maintaining a positive mindset. Acknowledge your accomplishments. Keep a list of your achievements and strengths to remind yourself of your abilities during challenging times. Focus on your strengths rather than dwelling on weaknesses. Show kindness to yourself and others. Being kind to yourself and others can boost your self-esteem and confidence. Appreciate yourself and extend your kindness to others without expecting anything in return. Prioritize self-care. Take care of your physical and mental well-being. succeeding in personal goals and embracing difficult challenges will contribute to a sense of confidence and self-assurance. Embrace a confident person. If the steps above feel overwhelming, remember that you can fake it till you make it. Projecting confidence, even if you don't fully feel it, can have a positive impact on your self-perception and how others perceive you. Believing in yourself is a powerful tool that can unlock your potential and empower you to overcome obstacles. By taking these steps, you can grow your confidence and build a strong foundation for self-belief and success. Embracing self-liking. At some point, you might face a lack of confidence or self-esteem. How can you nourish your self-esteem to avoid these downward spirals? It won't be an easy journey, but it's essential. The key to fixing your broken self-esteem lies in therapy, especially if it's related to mental disorders or through personal transformation. This process takes time, but it's crucial to put in the effort if you want to become a more positive person. As you work on yourself, those negative thoughts and self-criticisms will gradually fade, and you'll develop a mindset of confidence, self-worth, and positivity. Acknowledge your imperfections. It's time to confront our resistance to admitting when we're wrong. Being unwilling to accept our flaws is akin to behaving like an asshole, and nobody likes that. Instead, have an honest conversation with yourself. Embrace your imperfections and understand that no one is perfect. Free yourself from the pressure of seeking perfection, and you'll find it easier to like and accept yourself as you truly are. Celebrate your strengths. Focus on your strengths and what you genuinely like about yourself. If you feel insecure about one aspect of your appearance, concentrate on other features you appreciate. Emphasizing what you like draws attention away from what you don't, reducing anxiety and the self-imposed spotlight on your insecurities. This applies to various aspects of your life, including your talents, personality, and play to your strengths and take pride in them. Embrace solitude. Learn to be comfortable with yourself when you're alone. Loneliness should not lead to a sense of unworthiness. Instead, embrace solitude and fill any voids left by others. If you're single and feel low because you lack a partner, take yourself out on a date. Treat yourself to a fancy outing and enjoy your own company. Start small with solo activities like movie nights or pampering sessions. Appreciate the moments of silence and find joy in doing things you love. You'll discover that you are pretty amazing without dragging yourself down. Remember, nothing is stopping you from appreciating yourself, whether you're with others or alone. Say forget it. Here's a fun challenge. Stop caring about what others think and just be yourself, unapologetically. If you're not comfortable with your appearance without makeup, try going makeup-free. If you have a scar you're self-conscious about, embrace it and wear a daring swimsuit. If anyone dares to comment, respond with confidence, saying, "So what?" or other cheeky phrases like yes, and, or problem. By owning your flaws, you take away the power from those who might use them against you. It's empowering and amusing to watch people struggle, to judge you while you remain unfazed, feeling a taste of awesomeness. Reconcile with your past. Accept that the past cannot be changed, and forgive yourself for past mistakes. Longing for past glory days or dwelling on regrets will only bring you down. Reflect on the past, but don't dwell on regrets. Live in the present and enjoy who you are now, rather than focusing on who you were or who you wish to be. Stop comparing yourself to others. Once you learn to admit your own flaws and accept imperfection as a part of life, you'll naturally stop comparing yourself to others. Remember that everyone has their struggles and insecurities, even those who appear successful and admirable. Social media may portray a glamorous facade, but it doesn't show the whole story. Be grateful for what you have and resist the urge to compare your life to others. You never know what battles they might be fighting behind the scenes. Avoid exaggerating. Realize that the spotlight effect can cause you to magnify your insecurities. The opinions of others aren't as significant as you might think. Bring yourself back to reality and stop being overly critical of yourself. Avoid nitpicking and be kinder to yourself. Remember, you are your own worst critic, and being overly mean to yourself is not beneficial. Embrace self-acceptance and enjoy being authentically you. Lesson gained. Positivity is closely linked to self-esteem, but our self-esteem is often influenced by the opinions of others. Nevertheless, our egos tend to make us self-centered, leading us to believe that people are constantly judging us when, in reality, they may not be thinking about us all. Confidence, on the other hand, is our belief in our own abilities. While it differs from self-esteem, The two concepts are interconnected and can reinforce each other. To become a more positive person, it's essential to work on improving both confidence and self-esteem. One way to combat negative self-talk and enhance your mindset is by becoming your own friend and treating yourself with the same kindness you show to others. Simplify your life. The initial steps of improving your health and resetting your self-perception are crucial, and I emphasize them for good reason. I strongly advise revisiting and mastering these steps, as they will have the most significant impact on your outlook. By approaching your journey to positivity with these foundations in mind, you'll find it much easier to work through the remaining 5 steps. Now, let's take a break from the serious stuff and explore something simpler yet effective. Decluttering. It may sound like a chore, but trust me, it can be one of the most therapeutic ways to silence negative thoughts. Our environment can profoundly affect us, so it's essential to eliminate anything that dampens your spirits. Consider minimalism. You may have heard of minimalism before, but there are often misconceptions about it. Minimalism is not about living frugally or with almost nothing at all. It is a commitment to keep only what is essential in your life to streamline your mental health and find inner peace. There are 5 types of minimalism, and while you don't have to adopt any of them fully, you can choose the one that resonates best with you and use it as a guide for decluttering. You don't need to become a minimalist to be more positive, but exploring these principles might be worthwhile and fun. An essential is, the goal is to keep and use only what is absolutely necessary. Sentiment, extravagance, and waste are avoided. Stick to what contributes to your survival, comfort, and happiness. And this approach focuses on keeping what you consider enough and getting rid of the rest. Enjoy the things you keep as long as they aren't wasteful or excessive. Eco-minimalism. This form of minimalism aims to reduce your environmental footprint. Cut down on meat consumption, avoid plastic, recycle, and use less energy to contribute positively to the planet. Experientialism. Emphasizing experiences over material possessions, experientialists actively pursue enriching adventures. Sentiment is allowed, but only if it serves a purpose. Amazon's internetcent, ideal for those seeking a mindset change. Soul minimalism prioritizes the impact you make and focuses on mindfulness, detachment from unnecessary negativity. In all these approaches, the core idea is to let go of anything that serves no purpose or holds no meaning. Excess is considered negative because it is wasteful, and minimalism grants you more freedom and time to focus on positive and fulfilling aspects of life. Clear the clutter. Which approach resonated with you the most? If you're still unsure, consider embracing the experientialist approach or even soul minimalism. Now, let's apply these principles to decluttering your physical and social spaces for a more positive life. Start by analyzing your surroundings and remove anything that doesn't contribute to your comfort, survival, or joy. Research supports this idea, as clutter can lead to anxiety, stress, and depression by overwhelming our senses. Carter, 2012. Not to mention, clutter can impact your health, safety, and self-esteem due to fear of judgment or inadequacy. Living in a clean and stress-free environment significantly enhances your mood and mindset. You'll feel more comfortable, safer, and better about yourself. Moreover, your productivity and creativity will flourish. By following the minimalist approach, you'll have more room for the things that truly matter to you. So next, declutter your social life. Just as you remove unnecessary possessions, consider cutting ties with people who bring negativity into your life. While it may be tough, distancing yourself from toxic individuals can have a profound impact on your well-being. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and make you feel good about yourself and the world. This principle extends to social media as well. Unfollow or remove accounts that only bring frustration or negativity. You don't owe anyone an explanation, and doing this is for your own good. Decluttering both your physical and social spaces will create more room for positivity and improve your mental well-being. Embrace the change, and you'll be amazed at the difference it makes in your life. Nourishing your soul. After decluttering your online feeds, you'll notice a positive shift in your browsing experience. The weight on your mind will lift, replaced by more laughter and relaxation. The things we see on social media have a profound impact on our emotions. If we don't curate our favorite platforms, we subject ourselves to a flood of negativity, from constant arguments to distressing news and bigotry. Even the shows and music we consume can affect our well-being. Pay close attention to how these elements make you feel and take action accordingly. Social media, coupled with relentless advertising, can push us into a consumption-focused mindset. Comparing ourselves to seemingly happier, more privileged people can further dent our self-esteem, even with individuals we don't personally know. However, the good news is that you have the power to optimize your social media experiences. Hide posts you dislike, block pages and accounts that don't align with your values, and support those that resonate with you. By doing so, your feeds will become more tailored to your preferences, leading to a happier online experience. The lesson learned from minimalism is that decluttering has significant benefits for your mental health and mindset. It might be challenging to let go of certain things and relationships, but our environment deeply influences us. Clutter can trigger negative emotions, while toxic people can harm our self-perception. Embracing minimalism, even in small ways, can greatly improve your outlook. The key is to identify what serves you positively and what doesn't, and then liberate yourself from the latter. Transformation. Now, let's shift our focus back to the serious aspects of why your outlook and mindset are gloomy. Sometimes, the root of negativity lies within ourselves. Remember the discussions in Chapter 2 about our inflated self-images. We tend to justify our flaws and mistakes just to maintain our self-importance, even when we know deep down that we are being dishonest. It's crucial to face the truth and accept that sometimes we are the toxic ones. Our behavior might be the root of our problems. If we repeatedly engage in negative actions and brush them off, believing we can do no wrong, we create a false sense of self-worth and immunity that can ultimately harm us in the long run. Blindness to our own mistakes might lead others to suffer the consequences of our actions. People may withdraw from us or confront us, and we, in our delusion of innocence, may convince ourselves that everyone is against us. This negative mindset then fuels our self-loathing and brings back the negative thoughts we are trying so hard to overcome. To break this cycle, we must be honest with ourselves. If we contribute negativity to the world, how can we ever manifest positivity? Whether or not we believe in karma, treating others as we want to be treated is a basic principle we should all embrace. If we act negatively, it's time to clean up our act and take responsibility for our actions. Recognizing toxic behavior. The term toxic is often used loosely to describe anything unpleasant, but toxic behavior is far more serious. It involves emotional instability, abuse, and lack of support for others. While you may not display such extreme toxicity towards others, you might be toxic towards yourself. Even if you are not harming others, it's essential to acknowledge that none of us are innocent and faultless. Your negativity, even in retaliation, is still problematic. Often we function on autopilot, allowing our instincts to guide us without much thought about our actions. As a result, we blind ourselves to the wrongs we may be perpetuating. Taking control of your behavior is a significant step in correcting your attitude. Choose to be kinder, more positive, and considerate of yourself and those around you. No one can do this for you. It's a journey you must embark on yourself. Seeking feedback from those who know you best can be helpful, but it's vital to listen to them and avoid the defense of infallibility. This is an opportunity to see yourself from the perspective of others and work towards becoming a better version of yourself. Identifying toxic traits. Toxicity can manifest in various ways, but generally, someone is considered toxic if they display manipulative, destructive, abusive, any form, and narcissistic behavior. Recognizing these red flags can help you identify toxic individuals in your life and also take responsibility for any toxic traits you may exhibit. Neglect after interest. Toxic people tend to make others feel like the center of their universe until they achieve their goals, and then they lose interest. If you find yourself persistently ignoring the needs of someone who should be a priority in your life, it's essential to reflect on your behavior and consider if you've been neglectful. Constantly undermining, belittling, or putting others down is a significant red flag for toxicity. Reflect on how you communicate with people. Do you focus more on their flaws and insecurities than on giving genuine compliments? If so, it's crucial to work on changing this behavior. While occasional white lies might be forgiven, constant dishonesty and lack of trust are signs of toxicity. Consider how often you tell the truth and if you lie unnecessarily, even about yourself. Dishonesty can lead to negative consequences like paranoia or controlling behavior. Toxic individuals often show little regard for others and are unresponsive when someone shares something with them. Reflect on your own behavior. Do you genuinely care about others and show empathy when needed? Ignorance itself isn't always toxic, but it becomes problematic when it is egocentric. Toxic people are unaware of their flaws and can't acknowledge or see how their negative behavior affects others. Gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse where the perpetrator manipulates the victim into doubting their own reality. Toxic individuals may refuse to acknowledge their negative behavior and blame the victim for confronting them. Narcissism, as a toxic trait, involves believing that you are superior and more important than others. It comes with a lack of empathy, an extreme need for attention, and a desire for constant admiration. Toxic people also tend to exert control over those around them, dictating their choices and actions. If you find yourself making decisions for others without their consent, it might be an invasive and toxic behavior. It's important to note that not all these traits may be present in every toxic person, and they might exhibit these behaviors only occasionally or towards certain individuals. It's essential to recognize these signs and assess if any of them apply to you, as it may indicate that you need to work on changing your behavior to foster healthier relationships. Being mindfulness, a type of meditation, is not optional, and it's essential to commit to practicing and mastering it. At its core, mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without analyzing, criticizing, or trying to change it. This form of meditation offers therapeutic benefits, relaxation, mental clarity, and even physiological health improvements, such as lower blood pressure, pain relief, better sleep, and heart health. Benefits of mindfulness, 2019. Minimalists often use mindfulness in their decluttering process, as it helps them decide what to keep and what to let go of. Beyond decluttering, mindfulness positively impacts our relationships by making us more attentive and considerate of others' feelings. It can also serve as a way to hold ourselves accountable as we become more aware of our actions, words, thoughts, and reactions, allowing us to act with kindness and positivity. Mindfulness encourages us to think before we speak or act and compels us to be genuine and intentional in our words and decisions. By practicing mindfulness, we face ourselves and may realize aspects we don't like, leading to personal growth and change. Embracing mindfulness, we begin to see our strengths and beauty more clearly, leading to a more fulfilling and positive life. Paying attention. Practicing mindfulness can take various forms and serve different purposes, but the simplest way to start is by consciously paying attention to your surroundings and experiences. Begin with small activities like savoring a cup of coffee or listening to a song. Engage all your senses and take note of the details you typically overlook on autopilot. For example, while enjoying your coffee, observe its aroma, temperature, and taste. Reflect on how it makes you feel emotionally and whether you are genuinely enjoying it or merely consuming it out of necessity. Apply the same attentiveness to listening to music, picking up on nuances you may have missed before. Expand mindfulness to every aspect of your life, your conversations, internal thoughts, insecurities, and self-appreciation. By deeply experiencing these aspects, you gain a better understanding of yourself. Use this insight to work on changing what you don't like and emphasizing what truly matters to foster a more positive and meaningful existence. Verbal impact. Remember the old saying from childhood that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. It's time for a collective laugh at the falsehood of that statement. Words can hurt deeply, even more than physical blows. While a punch may hurt in the moment, it eventually heals and becomes insignificant. However, the mean and cruel things people say to us can leave lasting wounds, haunting us for years. This connection between words and our self-esteem is vital. Seeking approval from others makes us vulnerable to their disapproval, which can be soul-crushing. I once knew a girl who remained insecure about her chin because of a teasing comment made by a boy in grade school comparing it to Johnny Bravo's chin. Decades later, that wound still hadn't healed. Words hold immense power, and utilizing them skillfully can be akin to ancient magic. While I've expressed my lack of patience for mantras, I believe in the power of assertions. Mantras often feel empty and meaningless when we struggle with positivity. However, assertions don't demand extra effort. Instead, they naturally flow when we are mindful of our words.
I once encountered a motivational speaker who introduced me to the power of yet. This concept transformed my perspective on the world and myself. It involves turning negatives into positives by adding the simple word yet. Instead of saying, "I'm not happy," you say, "I'm not happy yet." This slight addition implies hope for positive change. Apply the same approach to other aspects of life. Shift "I don't have a job" to "I don't have a job yet," signifying that you are actively seeking employment.
Recognize that there is no reason to belittle yourself with negative self-talk, something we often do unconsciously. When you catch yourself being self-deprecating, pay attention and reframe it into self-appreciation. These assertions hold greater power and effectiveness than mere mantras because they represent beliefs rather than just words. Lesson embraced. Sometimes you are the root of the problem. It's tempting to play the victim and turn a blind eye to your own shortcomings and red flags. However, refusing to acknowledge your flaws and denying that you may not always be a perfect person will only hinder your personal growth and the path to a positive mindset. Engaging in mindfulness will make you conscious of your mistakes while also fostering self-appreciation. Through mindfulness, you will cultivate kindness toward everyone, including yourself, and become more mindful of your words and actions. Once you become aware of your negative tendencies, you can actively work towards transforming them into positive qualities. Assertions hold greater power than mantras or self-deception, and they possess an underrated ability to shift your perspective with minimal effort on your part. Facing life's realities. I know what you're thinking, and I might lose you as a friend for saying this. But here's the truth. You can't be happy all the time, and that's okay. As much as I've emphasized the importance of positivity, there are moments when your efforts won't make a difference, and that's just a part of life. There will be times when you feel utterly miserable and negative, and you won't be able to control it. Constant happiness isn't natural, and it can even be unhealthy. Studies show that permanent positivity can hinder emotional development. While positivity is generally preferred, it may not always be appropriate or beneficial. Negativity itself isn't inherently bad. It's a normal response to certain situations, expressing criticism or pessimism about something. In some cases, negativity can be beneficial, helping us identify red flags, sense danger, or it becomes problematic only when it's excessive. So it's crucial to acknowledge that negativity is a natural part of life and that there will be moments when it's acceptable. Instead of constantly fighting it, focus on managing it appropriately and know that it's okay not to be happy all the time. Embracing your humanity. The truth is, it's important to learn how to effectively process your negative emotions to maintain your psychological and emotional well-being. Denying the existence of negativity and pretending to be okay can lead to emotional suppression, which may have harmful consequences for your mental and physical health. As human beings, we experience a mix of emotions simultaneously. Just like on Christmas Eve, where you feel happy, excited, curious, and maybe a bit nervous all at once. Negativity is also a collection of various dark emotions: sadness, frustration, anger, guilt, shame, and more. Suppressing these emotions only causes them to build up inside you until they find a way to burst out. You might end up in conflicts, saying hurtful things, or experiencing uncontrollable outbursts. Ignoring negativity can lead to an increase in being human means you are allowed to feel down or experience negative emotions. It's normal to have moments of anguish or sadness, especially in challenging circumstances. However, if you find yourself feeling dissatisfied, sad, or hateful without any apparent reason, it's crucial to investigate further. It could be a sign of an underlying medical or psychological issue that needs attention. Don't be too hard on yourself, though. It's okay not to be okay all the time. Our moods fluctuate, and experiencing different emotions is a natural part of being human. Embrace your humanity, be mindful of your emotions, and seek help if needed. Remember, nobody's perfect, and there's no shame in seeking support when you need. Embracing responsibility for emotional well-being. While negativity is a natural part of life, suffering doesn't have to be. Even when facing difficult circumstances, you have the power to manage your emotions and behaviors. Struggling is the experience of difficulty, like keeping up with someone or lifting heavy objects. On the other hand, suffering is how you feel when something unfavorable happens to you, such as the loss of a loved one or the consequences of poor decisions. Often, we prolong our suffering unintentionally by not addressing it effectively. For example, waiting until we are in agony before seeking medical attention or wallowing in emotions after a breakup. It is essential to recognize that negativity is something we all encounter, but suffering through it is self-inflicted. When we fail to manage our reactions to negativity, it can take control, seep into our lives, and diminish our happiness. If you dislike your job due to unfair hours, low pay, or a difficult boss, it's reasonable to feel negative or struggle with it. However, if you make no effort to find a better job or set boundaries, and instead allow your negativity to consume you, your suffering becomes self-inflicted. Taking responsibility for your emotional well-being involves making positive choices. You can start meditating before work to calm your mind, prioritize family and health by saying no to extra hours, and focus on the positive aspect of your situation. While it may not always be easy to change external circumstances, you can still be kind to yourself by getting enough rest and acknowledging your efforts. In managing suffering, seeking support from others or professional help can be beneficial. If changing circumstances is not possible, shifting your mindset can make a difference. Embracing this responsibility empowers you to cope better with negative emotions and work towards a more positive outlook on life. Caring for your mental health. While discussing the management of things beyond our control, I want to emphasize the importance of addressing mental illness. Mental disorders have become a significant issue, akin to the impact of wars and epidemics in previous generations, yet they remain widely misunderstood. So, how do we distinguish mental illness from a negative mindset? Mental illness encompasses various conditions that disrupt or alter a person's thinking, behavior, and emotions beyond their control and outside the realm of what is considered normal. For instance, premenstrual syndrome (AUCHAP), which causes mood swings in women before menstruation, is not a mental disorder, as it is a natural hormonal occurrence. On the other hand, conditions like bipolar disorder, characterized by extreme mood swings, qualify as mental illnesses due to their neurochemical imbalances. Both negative mindsets and mental disorders can affect mood and behavior, but the crucial distinction lies in physiological damage or inefficiency in the nervous system associated with mental disorders. For instance, individuals with depression may experience deficiencies in neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, leading to a predisposition towards negative emotions. Despite facing mental disorders, it is not an excuse to exhibit toxic behavior towards others. Seeking help and treatment becomes essential for managing mental health. While some mental illnesses may not be entirely curable, they can be managed with various medical advancements available today, including therapy, medication, rehabilitation, and lifestyle changes. Taking care of your mental health is a crucial aspect of self-care. If you are aware of having a mental disorder but have not sought treatment, you may be prolonging your suffering unnecessarily. There is no shame in acknowledging the need for help, and societal stigmas surrounding mental disorders are gradually diminishing. Remember, taking the necessary steps to recover and seek help is a responsibility that only you can fulfill, and assistance is available to support your journey to better mental health. The unpredictable nature of life. As we conclude this chapter, which ironically explored negative aspects, it's essential to acknowledge that there will be moments when no amount of determination, positivity, self-improvement, or medication can shield you from life's curveballs. Unforeseen circumstances are inevitable, and unfortunate, tragic, and stressful events are part of life's reality. During these times, it's crucial to understand that experiencing negativity is natural, expected, and healthy. All you can do is embrace and feel it. However, don't wait until your life turns upside down and then feel helpless. Prepare yourself mentally to cope with negativity in a healthy and natural manner. Develop an emergency plan and ensure you have supportive people, even if they are strangers on the internet, to turn to during dark times. Embrace the darkness, as resisting it will only burden you with unnecessary suffering. The saying, expect the best, but prepare for the worst, holds wisdom. Enjoy and appreciate the present moment, practicing mindfulness to the fullest. Life can change suddenly, and being mentally resilient will help you stand strong when unexpected challenges arise. Even when unfortunate events occur, remember that you are responsible for yourself. Continue to take care of your well-being and focus on healing when the shock subsides. While no one likes to dwell on potential hardships, it's a fact that life goes on. Regardless of our preferences, strive to make your journey as painless as possible. The lesson learned here is that aiming for perpetual positivity is unrealistic and unhealthy. It may indicate stunted emotional development and potentially lead to mood, psychological, or behavioral disorders. Instead, learn to discern when negativity is necessary and appropriate, and when it becomes detrimental. In times of immense difficulty, your mindset still matters, and there's no need to unnecessarily suffer. Resilience and mental fortitude will guide you through these tough times. Power of discipline. Let's move away from the gloomy talk and focus on how you can become more positive. Positivity is not something that magically appears. It requires effort and consistency. Developing a positive mindset takes time, and without making it a habit, you'll lose your positivity as quickly as you gained it. People naturally experience ups and downs in their moods, feeling joy and optimism one moment and then facing challenges the next. However, accepting life as an unpredictable roller coaster is simply nonsense. While life remains uncertain, building stability for yourself is crucial. By doing so, when life throws challenge your way, you won't be easily swayed, and you won't abandon your positive outlook at the first sign of trouble. Creating this stability is not a simple task, and you might be wondering how to put these steps into practice amid life's complexities. For example, consider exercise. You know it's essential, but finding the time. Energy and resources can be tough. Various responsibilities like bills, children, work, and daily errands demand your attention, pushing your health and happiness to the back seat. However, neglecting your well-being can become problematic. This chapter addresses the most challenging step because it requires discipline, something only you can instill in yourself. The truth is, no one is born with discipline. It's a quality we learn and commit to. Over the years, you might have abandoned or failed at things due to a lack of discipline or laziness. But remember, it's never too late to change your approach and work ethic. Discipline is the vital ingredient that can make or break your journey to positivity. Resist making excuses and commit to the process. Embrace discipline, and you'll be well on your way to fostering a more positive outlook on life. The true key to personal growth. Many self-help books often miss the mark by focusing more on providing validation and superficial encouragement rather than genuinely transforming lives. Look at books on positive thinking. They'll give you what to think, but rarely teach you how to think independently. It's like expecting magic to happen by copying someone's answers without truly understanding the underlying principle. Certainly, self-help can be a valuable industry, inspiring and uplifting people to make positive changes in their lives. However, it's hard to ignore that the market is saturated with fraudulent content that offers empty promises. Encouraging someone to fight a war without providing the necessary tools and knowledge is a recipe for disappointment. The truth is, none of the techniques or practices shared in self-help books will have any effect if you lack discipline. They require consistent and serious practice to make a difference. Otherwise, they become mere fillers, offering little impact. The self-help industry has fostered the misconception that changing your life is easy, but the reality is quite different. Life itself won't change. You must change. Reading countless books won't yield results if you approach them with the same nonchalant attitude. True transformation comes from making a firm decision to improve and following through with dedicated effort. The real magic lies in committing to your goals and following through with action. It's about setting the intention to exercise regularly and then doing it without fail. It's about catching and redirecting negative self-talk until positive affirmations become second nature. Much like pushing yourself to work even when you don't feel like it or dedicating time and effort to learn a skill, you must practice positivity consistently, otherwise it will wither away. The secret to success is simple discipline. There are no magic spells, rituals, or shortcuts to appease the gods of good fortune. Successful people possess the discipline to stay focused on their goals and consistently work towards them. That's the key to personal growth. Plain and simple. Overcoming the excuses. I acknowledge that discipline can be challenging, leading many people to struggle with it. It requires energy, patience, and willpower, which don't come naturally to everyone. Certain factors, such as dealing with depression or anxiety, can significantly affect discipline. In such cases, it's understandable that tasks like showering or checking mail become difficult to manage. For those facing genuine challenges due to mental disorders, willpower alone may not be the solution. Comparing it to pushing through a migraine or walking on a broken leg would be unfair. However, for others, the real enemy of discipline is simply laziness. We often refuse to admit our shortcomings and instead find excuses to justify our lack of action or procrastination. We may self-validate and believe these excuses wholeheartedly to avoid taking responsibility for our failures. Laziness is the lack of desire or intention to do something, whereas procrastination occurs when we have the intention to complete a task but actively avoid doing it. Both hinder discipline and personal growth. To become more disciplined, one must stop making excuses for laziness and procrastination. Here's a list of common excuses that we need to eliminate as we strive for a positive mindset. I don't have time. Make time. It's that simple. It's not important. It is crucial to prioritize self-improvement. I forgot. Use reminders and alarms to stay on track. I'm too tired. Take a short rest, then get up and do it. I'm not motivated. Discipline doesn't rely on motivation. I'm not ready. Procrastination thrives on never feeling ready. Act now. I'll do it later. Later often becomes never. The key is to recognize when we are making meaningless excuses and let go of them. Just as we declutter our physical space and negativity, embrace the power of yet for your reasons to delay action, and if they don't hold up, discard them. Taking responsibility for our actions and being honest with ourselves will lead us toward true discipline and personal growth. Putting in the effort. The true secret to success lies in discipline because the results we achieve are directly proportional to the effort we invest. If we only engage in positive practices sporadically, the benefits will be limited. Having a positive mindset requires consistent dedication, and that's why discipline is crucial in its pursuit. I understand that maintaining discipline can be challenging, and it might feel draining or like sacrificing immediate joy. However, prioritizing short-term satisfaction over discipline will ultimately cost us our positivity in the long run. The key is to push through the initial challenges and make discipline a habit, which will bring greater rewards than we can imagine. Now, let me guide you in how to implement the steps we've discussed so far. Remember that progress takes time, and it's normal to encounter difficulties along the way. I urge you not to give up and commit to continuing your journey toward positivity. Accountability is a powerful tool to ensure your success. Share your commitments and journey with others, whether it's friends, family, medical professionals, or even a support group. By doing so, you create a sense of responsibility and motivation to stick to your. When others are aware of your plans, you'll be more inclined to follow through, as the fear of disappointing or facing judgment acts as a driving force to stay on track. So take the baseball bat of accountability and beat the lemons of laziness and procrastination. Remember, I can provide guidance, but it's up to you to use the tools I offer, embrace discipline, and hold yourself accountable to achieve lasting positive change in your life. Creating positive habits. To develop positive habits, you need motivation to stick with them. There are various creative ways to achieve this. For instance, you can reward yourself with a treat when you complete your to-do list, have a cheat day for every milestone reached, or engage in leisure activities only after finishing your tasks. The key is to motivate yourself to work efficiently and enjoy the benefits sooner. Avoid winging it and use the methods from Chapter 1, such as scheduling and bullet journaling. Utilize planners, alarms, reminders, and calendars to keep track of your commitments and follow them diligently. Don't overthink or let your emotions dictate your actions. Simply follow your planner's guidance, and with time, you'll find your rhythm. Discipline is not always enjoyable. It can be challenging, uncomfortable, and tedious. However, you must push through it. Discipline requires forcing yourself to do what is necessary even when it's not enjoyable. However, it's crucial to recognize your limits and not push through injuries, mental health issues, or burnout. It's essential to know when to work and when to rest, and not to force effort when there's no underlying problem. A positive mindset is not something that develops overnight. It requires effort and discipline. Embrace discipline as a skill that needs owning. Practice regularly. Stop making excuses and invest in learning this essential skill with persistence, you will achieve the desired results. Acknowledge your brilliance. I might have been tough on you earlier, but now it's time to celebrate and praise yourself. The challenging part is over, and you should feel proud of your progress. However, before we begin the festivities, there's one last essential thing to understand about positivity. It's something you actively create. Though I've emphasized that positivity is something you enable rather than stumble upon, the principle remains. When you commit to exercising for the sake of endorphins, achieving your ideal look or weight, or simply improving your condition, you are taking control of your own happiness. Similarly, when you consciously train yourself to think happier thoughts, speak kindly, show consideration for others, and stay organized, you are creating your own positive mindset. Even the decision to seek guidance and learn from this book shows that you've already embarked on your journey towards positivity. It's not an overnight transformation, but the fact that you've taken those initial steps is commendable and deserves recognition. So let's celebrate your progress and give credit where it's due. Embrace, acknowledge, and accept the positive changes you've made. This practice of celebrating your accomplishments is just as crucial as the other steps in your journey. It completes the circle and reinforces the positivity within you. Positivity begins and ends with you. It's not a cliche, but a truth you should embrace. You are worthy of praise and admiration. Take the time to adore yourself for all the remarkable, powerful, and lovely aspects that make you who you are, acknowledging your greatness. Let's get one thing straight. You are a good human, and it's time to celebrate that fact. Isn't it funny how we readily reward others and even pets for the simplest achievements, but we rarely do the same for ourselves? Think about how you react when a child excitedly says, "Look at me," even if they're not doing anything special. You respond with positivity, applauding or offering words of encouragement. You tell your cat it's wonderful, even though it would hardly show the same kindness if the roles were reversed. So why not do the same for yourself? Celebrate your seemingly meaningless achievements, be it small victories or even just silliness. Embracing a bit of silliness is actually a positive thing. It adds fun and humor to life, and in the end, it's a win-win situation. So go ahead and congratulate yourself for winning twice. Celebrate your uniqueness and greatness. Sometimes, negativity might make you overlook your daily accomplishments. But in reality, just waking up and continuing to breathe is an achievement in itself. Even if you haven't conquered the world, the fact that you're still here, pushing through difficulties, shows that you are a true warrior, rock star, whichever you prefer. Remember, positive reinforcement and rewards work wonders. Compliment yourself when you do something cool, nice, or great. Embrace your strengths and give yourself a nickname that highlights them. However, ensure that you strike a balance and don't overdo it. Celebrate your awesomeness and have fun with it, but also stay committed to your goals and commitments. This way, you can truly enjoy a well-balanced and fulfilling life. Flaunt your uniqueness. It's time to give yourself some credit and show off what you've got. Don't be afraid of criticism. Instead, replace that fear with a healthy dose of self-love and pride in who you are. Celebrate your achievements, talents, and even your appearance, but remember to do it genuinely and without arrogance. This self-flaunting is not about seeking approval from others, but about building your own confidence. Confidence and self-esteem go hand in hand. So when you flaunt what you're proud of, take note of how it makes you feel. Embrace this practice and turn it into a habit so your confidence grows naturally and authentically. Start small if you need to, and toot your own horn every now and then. However, be mindful not to become insufferable with it. Find the right balance. And most importantly, be confident on your terms, showcasing what makes you proud, not what you think others will like. Seek support and connection. Feeling isolated can take a toll on your confidence, but you can change that by putting yourself out there and finding like-minded people who will support and root for you. Consider starting a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, Facebook page to share your passions and interests. Yes, there may be trolls and negative comments, but remember that the journey of building a following or community starts small. Even if you have only a few supporters, that's an accomplishment in itself and will boost your confidence. Don't be disheartened by the fear of not being good enough. Everyone starts from humble beginnings, and the most successful people were once unnoticed too. Remember, you have the freedom to quit any time if it doesn't feel right, so don't hesitate to test the waters and see where it takes you. Embrace your uniqueness and let the world see what you have to offer. Embrace self-appreciation. When it comes to celebrating your achievements, make sure to focus on yourself. Don't let the feeling of lacking external support discourage you from being your own cheerleader. Your self-esteem may play tricks on you, but don't trust it. You have the power to support and believe in yourself. Take pride in both big and small victories and give yourself the same credit and acknowledgement you would give others. You matter just as much as anyone else, so don't hold back from valuing yourself. While having supporters is wonderful, remember that validation from others is just an echo of what you already know about yourself. You don't need external confirmation to know your worth. It starts from within. The final challenge in cultivating positivity is to learn to see yourself through the eyes of others, appreciating the positive traits you possess. Celebrate yourself and acknowledge the uniqueness and value you bring to the table. Though valuing yourself may be challenging, continuous practice will lead to self-worth, self-love, and confidence. As your self-esteem grows, your positive mindset will strengthen, and you'll naturally become a genuinely positive person. Embrace self-appreciation, and it will lead you to a fulfilling journey of positivity.
That's all for now. Thank you for listening. Have a great life.